Hello, Mr. President. Let me use this opportunity to congratulate you on the official announcement of the election results. I would also like to address the remarks in your video and apply for a position of a public affairs officer you advertised today. Let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Anastasia Lubas. I'm originally from Lviv. I have a PhD in comparative literature and philosophy from Binghamton University in upstate New York. I fluently speak Ukrainian, Russian, English, and Yiddish, and I write and read perfectly well in Polish, German, and Hebrew. The most recent language that I'm studying is French, since I live in Canada, but I would very much like to work not for the Canadian government, but for the Ukrainian one, to make our country strong and prosperous. I'm ready to offer my expertise, enthusiasm, and unique background and training in North America and Ukraine. Today, in your video, you mentioned George Washington. You're right. Like Americans some centuries ago, Ukrainians now stand at the very beginning of Ukrainian democracy. But I believe that it would be much more relevant to mention another thinker, the contemporary French philosopher Jacques Rancière. Because what you accomplished in practice, Jacques Rancière only wrote theories about. And for George Washington, it was simply unimaginable. What I mean is, simply put, this: you married politics and art. For Rancière, politics is an event which takes place when people participate together in creating an aesthetic or artistic experience. This kind of politics is inseparable from democracy, equality, and justice, because people create artistic experiences which have not been acknowledged before. Politics begins when those who have not been heard get the right to speak, when new actors reconquer political space and act as full participants in the political process. It is an aesthetic choice that people make. People do not agree with the previously established political and aesthetic regime. They want to reconfigure the census, change their political and artistic space and experience. As an artist, you had this experience of reconfiguring the reality aesthetically, and now you have the opportunity to do it politically, and you have shared this opportunity with others. As Rancière says, art and politics have a lot in common, because both art and politics are not based, and neither they should be based, on power. Rather, they change relations between people. The only subject of politics is equality based on trust, whereas inequality is based on distrust. You've built your digital presidential campaign precisely on trust, changing the unappealing regime of distrust and inequality, unattractive both in terms of art and from the political perspective. This is exactly the political and aesthetic revolution which took place in Ukraine. I want to support you and tell you that there is a lot of talent like me, young Ukrainians who have an excellent international education, are multilingual and enthusiastic. Let us build Team Ukraine together. And as we say in Yiddish, Zollt sein mit Mazel. May you have good fortune. Good luck.